how nervous this can be sometimes. And I kind of wanted to film my nerves at the start. And my going wah before I light this candle. Though now I'm realizing that I need to put it somewhere, and this is like hard to position because it's like wobbly. Oh, and a hair. Okay, welcome to this pick a card. We'll light him sometime. Maybe it's special which pile gets it. Okay, so pile selection. First pile is Labradorite and a little fly guy. And I want to note that the fly kind of wanted to be on top of the Labradorite. And now he's fallen. And there's a phrase that goes with each pile. And pile number 1's was from Despicable Me, when Agnes goes, unicorns, I love them, unicorns. Well, I don't know if she actually goes unicorns, but I was doing that. Pile 2 is the Shivalingam with a shark guy. And the shark was just kind of like behind, but I was also now just seeing it more like hiding. Or maybe, yes, so pick that as you will. And the phrase for that, I kept saying, what did I keep saying? It was like a not feeling good about themselves, or just not feeling good in general. And there was a phrase that meant that. And I kept forgetting for that one too, so there's something very hard to pinpoint with that one. Maybe I'll remember in the pile what the phrase is. Yeah, there's something about like, I'm fixated on something with pile 2, but I can't get my grip, my pointing finger on it. It's like my brain wants to move to the next pile, but there's something really drawing me into pile 2. Or like this energy is like, I can't escape, but I also can't get it. It's stuck in between. Now I'm trying to remember the phrase. Okay, that is just the energy, so I'm just gonna move on to pile 3. It doesn't like that. And pile 3 is the obsidian with this little guy. It's kind of like a necklace thing. And I want to note with this one that this guy was kind of taking precedence. Like, I kind of intended it like the crystals were the main things, and then there was like a little carving thing to go with it. But with this, it was like, no, I'm taking front seat. So that kind of felt for me like it might be to do with someone else. Yeah, and like the focus isn't on you, but it's on another party. Or like this third pile's own focus is elsewhere. But like specific elsewhere. And the phrase was for this pile was a song, something along the lines of I can't seem to let you go. Something, I can't seem to let you go. I had it so precisely before. And that feels very relevant for this pile too. It feels like a stick in the mud, or like something went differently than they had hoped. Or you had hoped if you're a pile 3er. I can't seem to let you go. I don't want to make you face this world alone. And I'm forgetting a part phrase within that. Okay, I think that's it. So, Labradorite, Shivalingam, or Obsidian. See ya at your piles. Or continue with me now if you want to talk. I don't know, I'm setting up still. I need to light this. I need to do it because I want to do it. I feel suddenly like a little gremlin. Sometimes in the beginnings there are collective messages. So me just like saying I feel like a little gremlin is relevant to this new collective that I'm connecting with, in case that wasn't clear. Okay, I'm trying to remember how I propped this up last time. I think it, okay, I'll be back. Okay, I think I put it in this shell. And I think I propped it up with some, I wanted to call these flowers then, plants. Put you here. My little friends are joining me for the reading. That does not look stable. A stable horse. Something to do with horses. I say that like ha ha ha, but it's true. It's true. Or it's not true. Who knows? I know. You know? No one knows? This collective feels like the most open. Like I feel a lot of lightness. You feel most connected to pile 1. You don't have to be though. I feel some pile 2s there too. I kind of feel like most of pile 3s are like, they're gone already. They're not here. But if you are pile 3, then you're a specialer. Okay. Yeah, this collective has the most soothing energy. It's very nice to sit in. Okay. For me personally, we're gonna pull some cards for this collective. I like you guys. I'm surprised at how much... Ah, it's knocking. The candle was knocking pile. And I didn't even light it. I just like tried to prop it up. You guys are so cute, you guys. I feel like some of you are like supposed to be elsewhere, or like you're doing something while watching this and you just have like, I don't know, you're like, well, whatever you're doing it with such like a beauty, or a like a, you have a very open heart. That's what I want to say. And some of you, I felt a reaction there, like you didn't feel that at all. This is kind of feel like felt like it split. Some of you are like, yeah, hi. That's my response to some of you. But some of you felt a lot of resistance to that, and it was like you had forgotten the way that you really are, and that it feels like being dragged down by circumstances is what your perspective feels like. There's a lot of emotion here, and again, this collective feels very split, which is kind of fitting since it's the whole reading as opposed to the like piles. I don't think I'm gonna light this. I might just use it as a fun wand. No, I feel like I'll light it at like a precise moment. But I'm gonna put this back away now. Some of you need to know that you're doing okay. Yeah, it's less that it is okay, and it's more like you are doing okay. I feel like the split of this collective is like half of you are really observers, and half of you are maybe what those ones are observing. No? Okay. Half of you are just like happy and half of you are just sad. It feels very clean cut. And there may be a resistance to admitting that you're feeling sad if you're part of that collective. I feel some of the happy ones questioning, like, wait, am I a part of that collective? You know which part you're in. Okay, let's get 2 cards, or 2, I heard the word propositions. Okay, there's something about that. The word propositions. Some of you don't want that. Some of you may be feeling a pressure to do with a proposition. I don't really know what the word proposition means. I think it means like a suggestion. I feel like my take on what that word means is going to be very relevant. This could have to do with balancing where your heart is calling you to go with your own independence. So we got 9 of Pentacles and Page of Cups. I feel like, wait, let me just is this split, or is this okay, I'm told I can just keep going. So it feels like there's a lot of pressure being built up, and like okay, I'm gonna be speaking more towards those who don't feel okay, or don't feel like they're doing okay, because this is more about what you're doing, it feels like, or how you yourself are being viewed by yourself. It's not really about your connection to the world so much as this is about your connection to yourself, your own sense of rightness or okayness. It feels like I heard a trap. It feels like there could be a lot of fear surrounding what you're feeling called or to do, or the circumstances you feel placed in. It feels like you're having a hard time navigate them with ease. It may feel like for some of you, it may feel like you're growing too quickly. And maybe you're one that usually likes to kind of be able to see yourself from all 4 corners. You may resonate with being more earthly, or you just do appreciate a sense of stability, whether that be physically, or this is definitely more what I'm picking up on, is a sense of I know who I am, and maybe recently that's been shaken up. There's something really standing out to me about the star, which is making me feel like what you're growing into is the very thing is the very thing that you're afraid you can't hold, or that, yeah, it's like, it kind of looks like this star that has come from you, the tree, that has grown out, which has kind of wrecked a bit of your sense of ease, sense of maybe how you defined yourself, or what you saw yourself doing. It's like you didn't even know there was a sapling, it was beneath the piano, but as you kind of mastered the piano, then it grew up, and from this new growth of who you're now seeing yourself as, a beautiful star has grown. And it feels like you're afraid of this star falling, collapsing, and then breaking not only the star that you now enjoy and like, but it has a sense of threatening all that you've built or all that you are. It doesn't feel stable what you're coming into or what you're even looking at, what you can see. Because with this card coming before, it kind of feels like this, what you're holding, may be this card, which is Page of Cups. Very innocent emotion, very heart-connected, spiritual, creative in, I want to say, a childlike way. It's a delicate feeling. You may feel like you're holding something very delicate, but it's definitely something that you're wanting. I feel like you may be bringing awareness to your harshness, because I'm finding myself being more aware of how I'm like muddling my words. Usually, like if you watch more of my videos, you'll probably know that I kind of just make fun of saying words weirdly, but in this energy I feel more like I want to kick myself for it, which is the energy that I'm picking up on from you. Like every mistake is kind of digging in to this piano. Is something that you had placed your value in, a way that you saw yourself. I think we might end it there. Might be a continuation in the other three piles. Some of you, that's gonna just be confirming what you know about what someone you're close with is going through, or maybe what you're picking up on the collective. Yeah, I'm noticing the fly now from pile 1, because those observing feel mostly like pile 1 or 3, and then the ones who this was more describing felt more like pile 2 combined with pile 3. We'll see. But it'll be funny if those piles will take a whole different turn. I'm noticing myself like itching, scratching my leg now, my right leg. Some of you who are into I don't know, bodies might take a message from that right there. Well, yeah, it's like a step forwards. For a lot of you, there's or for the ones who are being observed, there's a step forwards that you're wanting to make, but it's giving you a lot of anxiety, and it feels like a step forwards that you can't plan fully. You don't know what's about to happen when you take that step. It feels like you have an idea, you'd have an idea, but what I was gonna say was like it like makes your brain want to explode thinking about it. And I saw 44 when I said that, and I had like taken a big pause before and then said it, and said it at 44, which could also be what you're experiencing, like you've taken a big time to think about this, or so for some of you it's like an intent. Okay, for all of you, I feel like it's an unintended, divinely planned. So everything is okay, everything is working out just as it should be, and we can all have a different perspective on what that should really is, and if there even is a should in life. But the message that wants to be brought some of you have some like really forthright, no, what's it called, prejudice, no, opinionated, let's just say, guides who are like, no, it is should. Take that as you will. Okay, Yes, that feels like it now. Okay, pile number 1. Oh, 0. I mean 0. Pile number 0. I love you. And if you're leaving, then bye bye. And if you're coming to one of the 3 piles, then see you in a bit. Strength. Some of you, that was like a really good confirmation. That card may have been following you around for a while. Some of you, that's a really interesting thing. I feel like this isn't important to say, but it's like just now more my ego self like being like, whoa, that's cool. What was it? Something about the strength card. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna find my clear quartz to cleanse a bit. That was a... It's so interesting. It was so split between the sparklies and the... I want to cry. Ooh. Okay. I feel like I need to cry just to like get it out. Okay. I'm seeing elephants now. Particularly, it feels like an adult elephant and a baby elephant. Okay, I'm gonna start the piles now. Welcome in, pile number 1. I am going to light your candle with you. I'll show you the candle lighting in case that has significance. Okay, something's not happening on the first try. Some of you are like laughing at the synchronicity, the like yes-ness of that. Okay, second try. Second try, you burnt yourself a bit maybe, or there's a bit of a pain, but it worked. Okay, I'm gonna bring you to the forefront. I think I'll hold your crystal. There could be something about opposites, or feeling like there's... I'm looking at the matches, and the second one is half and half, and the first one is like barely. It's just a little bit black and mostly white, and this one is half white or cream and half black. That could have significance for some of you. I'm gonna get cards straight away for you, but I'm wanting to put the fly like in something, like particularly a body part, like in my mouth or in my ear, or like in my brain. What is that about? Okay, we'll use this deck. Some of you may have been feeling particularly tired lately. That's an interesting energy for me, because I said that without knowing what I was about to say, and you may be experiencing something like this, like you're flowing more, or it's like your reality is maybe moving faster than your mind is moving. It's taking you a bit to like catch up. There could be like an abundance of synchronicities happening for you this time, and you're kind of like looking back on the past ones like, whoa, now I have like a lot to process. Okay, you got Grizzly Bear with power. Power. Just count the hours. Isn't that like a Kanye West song called Power? Could be significant for you. And Cougar, assertive. Okay. Strong energy. And what wants to prop out? white stag, and butterfly. Okay, we've got ourselves, we don't look at those, we just kind of remember them. And old soul with black jaguar. And owl. Okay, there's a lot going on, it feels like. But it doesn't feel like your brain is very clouded. You feel very precise and in your essence. For some of you, I felt a relief when I said that. Like you really did need that confirmation, or it was just not like you did need it, but it was nice to have that confirmation that you are embodying yourself to the degree that you're hoping. Something along those lines. Okay. Cougar. I'm gonna put Cougar kind of like beneath. Yeah, it feels like Cougar wants to be there, but not with the words, but I will read the grizzly bear words. Okay, power. I am indestructible. That feels really relevant that there's a full stop at the end of there. I am indestructible, full stop. Some of you, yeah, some of you, that is something that either currently is, or will cause a reality shift of sorts for you. The realization that you can't die. Maybe this is strongly to do with your own perspective of what you are, yourself, in that even what a lot of this human collective that I'm presently connected with, the way that they perceive death is usually the end of self, but maybe you're seeing it more like this is just a tiny fragment of your life, of existence, and your connection to self may be more integrated in a more oneness, like everyone is me. You may be feeling really connected to infinity as of late. But that feels a bit like the full stop part, but the I am and the indestructible part. Indestructible. When I say that, I kept being kind of brought to my heart space, like maybe in the past you had a perspective like you could lose, or that you could fall, or that you had attachment to certain things within your heart and you didn't want to let go of them, or you felt like, who am I, or what am I if I'm not connected with this, or if I am not having this, or if I don't have this. But perhaps with this indestructible energy, you're realizing that you're still you without that, or that you can't be without that. There's a very big perspective shift. Yeah, okay. You may be having a lot of realizations around reality itself. I'm just kind of looking at the bear, and now I'm seeing a bird fly over, and looking at the clouds and also the light. Like, what is the difference between the light and the clouds, and what enables me to see that? You feel like your mind is very serene and very, it's like observing in a playful, but I almost don't want to say playful because it feels more detached. For me, my perspective on a child, which I'm relating to with the word playful, playfulness. That energy of a child feels very within themselves, and like they have a boundary of this is me and I'm interacting with the world. But what you feel more like is a playfulness of such openness to seeing what the world is and what you are. So it feels quite Piscean in that it's boundaryless. It's no longer like you and world, it's just you and world. Yeah, you feel very open to having your mind changed, or seeing greater depths in anything. Okay, that for some of you there's a very particular thing that you're open to having your mind changed around. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe that has to do with that thing in your heart that you no longer feel so attached to. Like you don't need it, but maybe you still really want it. Okay. Bird of prey. I feel like your patience is being acknowledged, and your lightness. Because remember, this was the remember. It's such a weird way to put it. It's like, remember? I don't know. It feels more teachery than I'd like. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I just wanted to bring us back to the unicorn energy. And it was Agnes singing the unicorn energy, and it was me singing that wrong, I think, but it was just, I don't really care, it's just, I'm just playing with it. But not in like a, what may be perceived as more cougar-like. Not in an assertive way, it was more in a it's so much openness, I can't quite find the right word for it. Okay, are we gonna get the card for what the heart space, what the direct desire or attachment that is no longer an attachment, question mark? What is within the heart? Okay. We got Kitty-wake. My personal resonation, my personal association with this card is very, very goofy. I remember making these cards when I went to say when I was high. I don't it was not like induced with physical stuff. I was just tired and hyper. Some of you may be feeling a similar way. Like I said at the start also, you may be feeling particularly tired. When you can't get to sleep but you're really tired, that might be a time where you receive a lot of downloads, or whatever you want to call it, where you allow in more of the energies, frequencies, informations that you would like to receive. So you may be feeling a bit like during the day you're like, okay, give me the stuff. Give me the juice of the universe. And then and you're not getting it then. But then when it comes to night, you're like, okay, let me sleep, I'm so fucking tired from the day. And you're like, okay, it's it's wakeful time, it's puzzles putting together time, truth revealing. Okay. And the back one kind of wanted to come out golden eagle. Okay. I also want to mention the beach on this. It's a white, but both of them look like, yeah, this is going to that message from the start of like half white, half black. Some of you may be feeling like this thing within you is your other half. So, because I was just seeing it like, this is a full white and with tips of black, and this is looking, even though it's a golden eagle, it looks like full black with tips or bits of white. So twice we've had like a yin-yang kind of energy. I kind of want to hold them up. Some of you might get something from that. I also want to hold the back up first, actually. There could be something about showing the truth of something in its most vulnerable state. Like the backs of these feel more like they should be for me, like not to show you. they're not what I'm revealing. They're not surface. And that also has the word wake on it. Some of you may be waking up to the truth of a connection in your life that feels like it holds maybe the last few parts that you don't have. And okay, let's get guidance on that then. I'm kind of being drawn to the Cougar card, assertive. Yeah, you already have the guidance that you are wanting to find surrounding this connection, whether that be another being or whatever your connection, the thing in your heart is that you're desiring or have desired, question mark. In silence you find power, claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. It's giving me a very like completeness. So you may be still looking at this thing that you don't know whether to fully let go or fully attach. It looks like it has a piece that you're missing, but maybe your awareness is telling you you have everything you need. There's nothing outside of yourself that is going to complete you. That would be as if infinity was still asking for a piece more. It's got the hole there. I think this is a simple message to bring yourself back to that state of, I heard clarity you once had. So it feels like you have come to this state of fullness and feeling whole, feeling like you are everything, and that maybe this one thing in your heart is what is distorting that, or being like the last hurdle or making you trip up right before the finish line. But the way I'm seeing it is like you're being tripped up here, but the finish line is here, and as you be tripped up you fall onto the finish line, which is like those rope things or like ribbon things, I don't know, the things that you chop so you break the finish line. So you've already crossed the finish line, but you still haven't got up from being tripped. So it's like a bit of dichotomy or whatever you want to call that. So this is just a message of reminding yourself that you don't need anything outside of all that is, which is you. You're not missing a piece. You've already got all the puzzle pieces. And I want to note that I was being drawn to claim your leadership role, and that's kind of what gave me that energy. Was leader is like an energy at the forefront that isn't seeking it, or at least my perception of it from this current energy was like it's at the top, it is now able to look back, which is kind of what I was saying before of like now you just have a lot to process and you're in a very clear state. It feels very much like you've done it, you've finished. And I've also been drawn to the success energy that the power has. It says I never give up, I will succeed, but it doesn't feel like a... Okay, so it may be feeling like that puzzle piece isn't set in place, and so you need to focus on the future of like reminding yourself, no, I will succeed. But you're being drawn back into the energy, you already have succeeded. Be in that state. You may be trying to question that if what you're picking up outside of yourself if you're also recognizing the parts of you that they're like wary of taking the throne of success. That part didn't really make sense, but I think I brought the energy through anyway. Besides, I feel like you already know. I feel like you needed that last confirmation that no, there's not more to do. and I'm being drawn back to the I will succeed, but it's like, yeah, this is what it is. It's like you've secured your timeline where you have succeeded in the future, but if we're understanding that there's no such thing as time, that means that you already have succeeded right here, right now. And you can feel that. You can own that, I just heard. Be that. Accept that. And that too is altering your idea and your perception of how you experience reality. And I think it's drawing you more into a trust within your own knowings as opposed to perhaps what your reality is physically showing you. Kind of that. I was being shown like a lot of you have already had that kind of down for a long time. There's a very specific energy here that I feel like I don't really need to say more on, because I think that you just needed that tiny reminder that no, everything has clicked into place. I just got like two energies there, which was like everything is as perfect as it seems, but then and that's for like some of you, I think, and then the others for you it's actually everything is more perfect than it seems. So for some of you, you're in more of like a wonderment of like, wow, is it as really this perfect? Is it really as perfect as I see it to be? And it's like, yes it is. And for the others of you who feel like it's perfect but it still doesn't seem perfect, the confirmation is no, it is perfect. And not necessarily in what you're seeing, but in what you're feeling and what you're knowing. And for those of you, it feels more like you're still waiting on a reality shift, or like some of you will have like a meditation or like a dream or something that like really clicks it into place, or sheds something that that is kind of irrelevant to all that you're experiencing now, but will provide a lot of relief and bring that clarity, because that could be very strongly tied to a past life or a string of past lives or parallel or whatever you want to call it, another set collection of energies that you are kind of tied to. It feels quite gloopy, like it's stuck to you. When that gets released, it's like that is what was manifesting the current distortion that you're seeing. So it's like just that layer will go, and then things will be that gut sense of perfection that you knew it would be, or you thought it should be, something along those lines. But the message is all, it's a matter of perspective, and there's not really anything you can do to hold it back. And even if you could hold it back, does that even really matter? I can feel some of you laughing there. I love that. I feel like a lot of you are connected to, I just felt like a lot of beings surrounding you who are also laughing with you, but it felt like you have an awareness of them. Or if there's not a conscious awareness of them, it's like whenever you laugh, your whole family is laughing with you. Or whenever you're playing, your family is playing with you, or whatever you want to insert instead of family there. It's a collective of energies, or energy itself, life itself, that is with you, or is intrinsically one with what you are one with. They're feeling this too. For some of you, I want to say like, they're alive too, you know? And I saw 4444 then. They're alive too. Yeah, that's what I want to light this candle. Ooh, that's a cool idea. To light the candle at the end of each reading. Yeah, and for you that feels, you know what, I'm gonna light it now while I say that, or before I say that, or before I forget that. No, I remembered. It's like a confirmation of how you've reached, I hit the climax, but I was gonna say the end, because the end is just the beginning. Infinity. Okay, I'm gonna blow it out as soon as it like melts the first tiny layer. Okay, pile 1, bye bye. It has ended. I'm just keeping the video on while I pack for pile. Pack. Where are you going? Yeah, you're heading off on a new journey now. Pack. What is that? What is it? Plan for pile 2? I'm doing planning. Are you doing planning? Get out of here, you. I love doing readings. I've missed readings. Okay, let's blow out pile number 1. That's why you didn't leave, because I hadn't blown out your candle. I'd only blown out the collective weird wand candle. Weird wand. Is there another word for candle? Oh, look at all that smokles. Smokles. That's such a good name. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna make that a character name. I love that. I will close that, otherwise that's gonna intermingle into pile 2's energy. Whoo! Oh, I just I went there like whoo when I put the pile 1's crystal and fly down, and then I saw pile 2 and remembered like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a difficult one, I think. I'm already like needing to cry. Ooh. Maybe we'll get one of you. What time? 47:44. Water. I want water too. I wonder who is here still. Hello! Because the in-between parts are just as fun as the readings, because it's like, I don't know, it's more me than like channeling me. It's like I remember that I'm like a human. Yes, full stop. I become un-others and in myself. Oh, I feel like there's a really cool something to do with that. Like a being idea. A creature idea, if you will, or if you won't. I laughed at that because I've like been waiting to say that to someone. Like I say that to myself quite a lot, like if you will, and then I go, or if you won't. I haven't got to say that to someone yet. Joys of video. I kind of need to wee. I don't think I actually do at all though. Pile 2 has something to release. I just looked down and saw the golden eagle cowled at the back, but like upside down, and I read the word gorgon. I don't know what a gorgon is. I feel like it's a creature. Gorgons. My image of like a gorgon is like a really big head and maybe a really big body too. Like it looks like a rock. Gorgon, but like a grumpy rock. I haven't started pile 2 yet, but I definitely have. Okay, settings on still. Should I go turn it off? 55. Change! Change it. Okay, I'm gonna go turn the heating off. Bye! Could you hear me run down and up the stairs? Oh, that probably got louder then, didn't it? I thought I saw a rainbow when I got to that window, but it wasn't when I double checked. But it's all about perception, so technically I did see a rainbow the first time, even though it wasn't there, question mark? Okay, let's start pile 2. I feel like I have to like click or do something else before I can do pile 2. Turn the sun off maybe. Turn the sun on. Okay, welcome in pile number 2. I will light your candle with you. Wah. I shall attempt to light your candle. Okay, this is like 4th time. I knew there was something about 5 and I almost didn't say it. 5th time lucky. I almost blew it out. Oh no, what would happen then? Yeah, that feels like you could be having some extreme fears around something that you're afraid of losing. Like, I was afraid of it going out. You're afraid of the flame being snuffed out, but my perspective of that then was also to bring in like a lightheartedness of, so what if it does? Like, you'll be okay. And for some of you, that is all you need to hear, and you can leave now. But for those of you who would like to get a bit more into detailed, then let's continue with your reading. I kind of want to call it something else, not a reading. It feels too like, again, this is the energy of your pile. Calling it a reading feels too serious, or like it puts restrictions, puts conditions that don't need to be there. And that feels like what you're doing with yourself is putting expectations on yourself to only feel okay with yourself if you're meeting certain standards. So there's a lot of energy of love that wants to come in with you, and love through lightening the load. There's a bit of an energy that you might be called to embody more of, like, so what? Like, so what? So what if I did this? So what if I am this? That's okay. I'm seeing in my mind's eye a card that's called self-permission. And it's basically a card of saying that only you can choose to love yourself, basically. Only you can choose to allow yourself grace. So do you think that that's okay? Do you think that you deserve that? Do you think that you deserve love and to feel okay and to be, for a lot of you there might be an energy of forgiveness, forgiving yourself. You may have felt like you have done something wrong or that you are wrong, and I'm not here to say that you are right or that you are wrong. I'm just here to bring awareness to that is the perspective you're currently having on yourself, and that I'm bringing the perspective that you can change that if you'd like, and you get to determine if there exists a right and wrong and whether you adhere to that or either one. feel like that part didn't make sense. The energy came through though, I feel. Yeah, I'm just staring at the shark. It's okay. And this shark is a little scruffy and it's not clean cut, but he's still a shark and I still love him. And also, with it being a shark, and there can be an idea around sharks being like a very scary creature, but another perspective on sharks is that they're a very heartfelt and benevolent creature. I feel very vulnerable in this pile, and a little like I'm being put under a microscope. That may be how you have been feeling as of late, or it may have been that you felt this your whole life. I was just wondering about saying, because I felt an energy of, and many more lifetimes too, but it kind of felt like, yes, that may be true, but that's not really relevant here. And that also feels like a message for you, like it's so and so, or this and that, with that energy of like, you have done this and you deserve love. They're not tied together. Love is available to you whenever you want, and this happened or this didn't happen, it's not related. You having done something, or you having not done something, or you being one way or you not being one way, is not tied into how much you get to feel accepting and okay within yourself or of yourself. Okay, and that's my perspective. Or at least the perspective I'm channeling. Okay, your card is mouse. It could be that you, intellect is a condition that you've put on yourself to, or that parents or caregivers earlier life, schooling put on you to, I was seeing like rewards, so you're rewarded when your intellect was on point, and perhaps your intellect has been a point of contention. Is that the right word? Contingency? Your intellect has been questioned by yourself as of late, so you feel vulnerable because of that. You feel like your love is on the line because you didn't do enough, or you didn't say enough, or you didn't think enough. Something to do with your mind. There's a bit of a really scattered energy with this pile too, even though it also feels like glumped together. At the start, like before your reading, but I was already in your energy, I said the word gorgon, and I don't know what that is. I think it might be a creature, but I was basically seeing like a very like big rocky kind of creature, but it's not rock, it's anyway, it's like a grumpy creature. And it felt like I kind of wanted to poke at it like a balloon and like let out loads of juice, or like it wasn't its true nature kind of feeling. Mostly what I want to do with you isn't really saying things, it's just being here with you. And this Shiva Lingam crystal that you chose is a very sensual, it's like sacral chakra, so it's to do with sacral and root, I think, which is very much just being with yourself, being with your emotions, sitting with it. So I feel like your guidance is, and we can just sit together for a while too. Your guidance, should you desire guidance, is to just be with the energy that you're experiencing, and if you'd like to be less harsh on yourself, or saying less harsh doesn't really fit my perspective, but now I'm seeing that that's not necessary. Okay. I'm gonna hold up this mousy card. I heard the word overlooked. I wonder if you were overlooked as a child and now you place yourself in that position to be overlooked, or you prefer it when you're overlooked. And now I'm being reminded at the past selection part I was saying that you were like hiding or something like that, or there's an energy of wanting to hide the shark. So, and now I'm seeing that as your fears. There is just a lot of energy of not wanting your vulnerabilities to be seen, and not wanting your fears to be true, or not wanting a certain part of yourself to exist. Because you're afraid that it's a simple, I know I've already said it, but it's the simple message of when that part of you existed as a child, you weren't loved. Your parents didn't like that part of you because it was their own conditioning as they were taught as children, that love doesn't come through that you need to be something else. But that doesn't have to be true anymore, and I feel like I don't need to say much. It's just I really want to just hold space for this energy. And say that you can just choose to hold a space of love for all of this, for all of you. This could be your energy that I'm feeling right now, which is that energy of I don't feel like I need to speak. I'm just wondering if that's more of a fear of speaking. You might find it healing to look up about mice. Some of you might like to hear that it's safe to cry, or it's safe to let go. It's safe to choose to be okay. Safe to breathe. Not because of what your external shows you, but because you can choose that it's safe to be that way. You can choose that. You can choose that your perspective is that you are okay. And that doesn't mean that those parts of you that feel like it's not okay will accept that straight away. That can be so, but if that's not what your experience is, it doesn't mean, if there's pushback, this is what I'm trying to say. If you choose to love all of you, including those parts that you feel are unlovable, and then you receive pushback on that and it doesn't feel okay, and that makes you question, is it really okay? Then this is my confirmation that it's okay to feel that pushback. It's okay to still feel like it's not okay, and it's okay to still remind yourself or still choose that it is okay. Basically, whatever you're experiencing it, and there doesn't need to be more than that. Existence just exists. It's not really a matter of like, is this good or bad? It just exists. We don't really need to put a definition on what it is. Okay, that might be it for your reading. I thought it was going to go in a different direction, but it was more space holding than it was of me crying. I thought I was going to be crying in this reading. I think it could be that I took more of a back seat, or like a observing state, or maybe your energy changed when you got into the reading. I'm not sure. Before, I felt like you were in a crying energy, and so I thought I was going to be crying with you. That energy, it's still apparent. Did I say I was gonna stop the reading? Because I'm not gonna. I want to be in this with you for a bit longer. That's again, I don't know why I'm being drawn to this. I'm gonna get a card on that actually, because I'm not in the energy like I often am. I'm the observer. There could be those around you who can hold space for you in this, and that might be a part of what you're afraid of, with that vulnerability and wanting to hide behind the crystal. And the mouse is very skittish because it's not for no reason. It's because they are really sensitive. So this isn't a message to be vulnerable with those that you know don't hold those conditions of love for that. It's a message of, if you can see that there are those loving conditions, and I'm seeing a bird of prey for confirmation, and you feel like it's safe to show those parts of you that you feel are unlovable, but that you know this space holds love for, then it might be a bit of a nudge, like, yeah, it is okay. A confirmation to your gut instinct. And we have cat. Be relaxed and be independent. What was I getting that for? And be independent but work together. Yeah, I think this is a message of you won't lose yourself. Yeah, guinea pig energy. Do your part to illuminate the universe. So I feel like this message is going to go twofold a little. No? It's the same. Okay. I thought it might have been split, but it's just one message. Be relaxed and independent. Be independent and work together. Cat and wolf. So it feels like there could be a draw to this space that can hold a safety or a love for this vulnerable part of yourself, but you may be afraid of losing that sun, losing that sense of independence, that sense of self, that feeling of trust in yourself. Okay, that's not the feeling, but That's the message, is to trust in your own self. Trust that you can still be, you can be your own individual and be with others. You can open up while still maintaining control over that opening up. And that's not to say that you can't, that you have to put limits on what you open up, but it's more saying that you are forever in control of how much you open up, and you can open and then choose to close. You can, some of you are really afraid of losing that sense of control, and I keep being really drawn to the circles in this card. So I think that's another message of you're whole on your own, and yet that wholeness can work with others, can be guided, can be interactive with others, can receive help from others or receive collaboration with others. I'm being reminded of, in the Enneagram, in one of the books, in the number 5, it says something along the lines of opening up to the world, and you won't lose yourself, but you will gain the world. So I'm really being drawn to the cat's temperament, in that it's like it doesn't need to be on guard, because it's always so conscious and aware. It's like it knows how powerful it is, and they do feel so contained within their own world that they can like roll on their belly and be loved, because they know that, this is an interesting message, they know that at a moment's notice they could just walk away if they wanted to. It's a choice that they're making to go on their belly, and so it's them with that level of control. It's a really simple message, but I'm finding it hard to put into words. It's just you and others, you still... I'm being like, I'm not sure, because the word control keeps coming up, and I'm not sure if I want to be like honing in on that or not. Control. Let's read this thing. But okay. This word control, because it feels like you're afraid of losing control of your own life or of yourself. I felt like the word limitations. Penguin, authentic. It feels like you're afraid of being that authentic self, because perhaps you found a great sense of that authenticity with yourself, and now you're being asked to share that, and that is what's so scary. Because what if you like what you're sharing it with, but then they don't like that authentic you, and you're probably afraid that you'll still keep that. You're afraid that you will choose someone else or something else instead of yourself. But this is a confirmation that you're at a stage where you will no longer choose that other thing. You won't choose to sacrifice yourself again. Because this time you're wiser. Because this time you've already experienced the deception. You've already experienced... I heard having to lose yourself. Having to be inauthentic to please others, or to fit in with this energy, or other energies of this kind. It seems like it doesn't want to come out. There could be a part of you that really doesn't want to revisit the past or look at what you have experienced, but there might be a lot of comfort, but more than comfort, it's like confidence or security that you'll get from revisiting it, because it's like you'll be able to see that that's not you right now. You're not experiencing that. You are a new sense of self. You have a new sense of self. You are a new self. And looking back at the experiences that you don't want to repeat has that perspective of looking at it. You're not it. You don't have to experience that again because you're not that. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to read the penguin card. Authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. I feel like that's so perfect that I want to read. Personal choice too. It's your choice. And I feel like the important thing with this is like it's always your choice. And it can be a continuation. It doesn't have to be an opening up to others and then forever like giving that power to them and having them decide what you are or what you get to be or what you get to accept of yourself. You can always choose that. And opening up to others can be a continual process. It's always a choice. It's not like a end all be all. It can be a continual choice. I'm feeling like contradict some of you. Some of you that is okay, but some of you could feel like that's not true. So for those of you who don't feel like that's true, is there more? Some of you still feel like it's a choice or it's not a choice. Dragon, supernatural. Because you're attaching to something very physical, it feels like. Feels like for those of you who feel like no, it's not a choice, it's a, or it is like a yes or no forever. Remember that, like, the supernatural, it's like my brain just wants to say it's not like that. But I need to give like reason so that you can maybe jump on that perspective if you want to. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. You can shapeshift at will. You're not giving yourself enough credit. That's literally what this whole thing is. It's, you know what it is? I feel like you're seeing yourself as a mouse when you're already a dragon. It's like, and the jumping frogs card was behind that. And that just makes me feel like you feel like a frog that needs to continue to adapt and jump away or jump forwards, but it's more like you're a dragon. You don't need to shy away from others, and that others can be people or energies, because you know who you are. You've gained this sense of self and you're afraid of reintroducing yourself to more energies in case you lose that what you've already become content and happy with, which you didn't have in the past, or you had maybe before that but then had it taken away. You can always choose to recenter to this, to remember this, to hold on to this. This isn't something you have to lose. And we've got beneath that a dog. Friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I'm a protector and friend. Okay, just without loving without condition. I feel like people have just made you, or energies have made you feel like parts of you are not acceptable. And the message is find those, or that. Find those who do find that to be acceptable, and don't accept anything that would mean that you have to push a part of yourself away that you don't want to push away. You can always choose what part of yourself you want to push away, and that could be nothing. You can choose to fully embrace all of your magnificence. And you can choose that all of you is magnificent. there are others who find that true too. Infinity exists. Okay, that might be it. Be relaxed and independent. Be independent but work together. I just keep wanting to hone in on that, like, you will have yourself and others. Not, like, you don't have to meld to others to be with them. And if you notice yourself doing that, then you can remind yourself to come back. If you need to, like, write notes, like, put them up on your wall, saying whatever you need to remember what you really value. What are you now afraid of losing? And how can you remind yourself, or how can you make sure that doesn't happen again while remaining in power with others? I feel like I've like so convoluted this message. Also, I want to note that this is sun and moon. I want to hold my hands like this to draw in energy. I'm not sure why yet. Oh yeah, I wanted to read the penguin card because it felt very fitting. I still haven't got that dragon card fully. I'm being drawn to the fact that, like, jumping frogs and this dragon card with shape-shifting, it's two energies that are essentially accomplishing the same thing of, like, I'm gonna say, getting away from situations you don't like and towards that which you do. Except the dragon is doing it from, I guess that's what the drawing in energy was from. It's not a physical act. It's an internal act. It's an internal choice. Churning could be significant. Okay, let's read. Tapping into dragon energy could really help. I'm gonna use this deck. What is about this dragon energy? Masculine, yeah. It's regaining your power. As cringy as my mind might have that sound. Serious B. But that doesn't have to be in losing femininity. I feel like it's seeing the power of that femininity. You know what? No, it's more like allowing yourself to have the divine masculine, which is knowing that you can put boundaries in, essentially, to protect that internal softness. Because it feels like the feminine part of you is what you're afraid is vulnerable, and that you can have on your own, but in the past you haven't been able to have with others. But now, with a more integrated masculine energy, you can choose that you can always have that. You can always have that. And you can say no to that which would try and say that you can't have that. It's such a simple message. I feel like my words aren't doing it justice. Like, I'm just like running around but not actually getting like a really, really simple like one phrase. Or like I have already got the phrase but it's not like clicking, something like that. Maybe it's like you know it all mentally now but you just haven't really chosen it. Okay, penguin. A, B, C, D. Peacock, penguin. Okay. Dignity, survival, social, unique, adaptable, communicative, resourceful, faithful, partnership, family, love. Yeah, because the penguin is all about that. I think it will say it in the card. the like embracing your weirdness or your difference, and that sense of love and acceptance within the community for that. Okay, penguin is the bird that cannot fly but instead swims. They can see better underwater than on land, symbolizing better access to the subconscious mind than usual. Penguins, I wonder if that's part of it, like if you have been alone, the time that you've spent internally has been really valuable to you, and you're afraid of losing like that connection to source perhaps, or that connection to whatever it is that you resonate with, more that feminine internal introspective side. And this is about allowing yourself to have that internal whatever you're having whatever that internal value is, and having that be shared but not lost, never lost. Penguins are full of surprises, just like the people they represent. The males and females experience role reversals. Male penguins will sit on the eggs for months, while their female counterparts hunt for food. Penguin urges you to adapt to extreme circumstances, break free from expectations, and reinvent yourself. I'm being drawn to family again with this. This really could be where you've come from. Something about your past feels like no to this, but you're being guided or asked. There's a message of, is that your own no? And do you want to accept that no, or do you want to say yes? Or do you think that it's okay to say yes? Or do you want to choose to say yes? Penguin says adapt, change, find your tribe, sing and celebrate your uniqueness. Penguin people often feel awkward or out of place. Tapping, yeah, I feel like you've been told that you're out of place, but you're not out of place. You're exactly in your place. Or maybe you were out of your place and you can choose to now step into your real place. Or maybe maybe both of those are the same. Penguin people often feel awkward or out of place. Tapping into penguin energy can help you embrace your differences. Self-acceptance is a big part of penguin medicine. They remind us that there is no one right way to live / be. There's no one right way to be. There's no one right way to be. Like all diving birds, penguin relates to the true. I just heard in my mind the sound of my phone video like turning off, like it's saying like no storage and the video turning off. I heard that sound. So maybe that's all we need to read. Or maybe that was the fear. Okay, that's all we need to read, I feel. It feels like being cut off at a weird place, but that's it. Because it may really feel like such a simple decision. You may feel like now you've decided, or that when you did or will or have decided to allow this energy, to allow all of yourself to be okay and to be in cohesion with others, you may feel like it's a really simple step, and after you've taken it, it may be like was that it? Like, did I do it? And the whole point is that, yeah, it is simpler than you think, because you've come so far from the time or the energy that you used to be in, that you were afraid of, because you're not that person anymore. It's like you're already the being that can have yourself and others. So choosing that you are that and can have that, choosing to open to that, won't feel like a big step because you're already that. Okay. This reading has felt a bit all over the place, but I hope that it made sense. Or I hope that it didn't make sense, if that's something, full stop. Yeah, I just shuffled, which I don't often do after like putting the cards back together, but it feels like a full reset, refresh, ready for a new day. A new day, a new you, or the old you that you so love. The full you that you love. Okay, pile number 2, I love you very much, and bye bye. That's it now. I will just pack up for pile 3. That was me blowing out the candle, which you will see. I want to call it dust then. What's that called? Smoke. Okay. This pile feels so much quieter in the like packing away part. Pile 1's felt more like energized or like sprightly. There's still a bit of that like sprightliness, but it's gentler here. Or calmer? I feel like those words don't fit. I feel like words don't fit so well for you. Or like they fit the most for you. You feel like you could be a very wordy person, especially with that mouse card coming up. Yeah, because mice are very intellectual, but they also just... And they squeak a lot, don't they? It's like very communicative. I think you're both. You feel very like... you can choose whether you want to speak a lot or not speak at all. I don't know if that's relevant or confirmation for any of you watching. Emeralds and earth could also, or like soil or like ground. That kind of feels like that Gorgon energy again. Oh, Gorgon is gone now. Ah, you did it. You popped that self, that old self. Yeah, because now I'm seeing it like it was a costume kind of thing. Like you had all these protective layers on. And now you know that it's safe. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So I saw the emerald card and then I saw, is earth card gonna come out for me? Ah, I think it's this one. And then I saw earth card and it's kind of like the emerald was you in the inside, the real you. And then earth was like you were placing loads and loads of earth all around you as protection. But now you've realized that you don't need to have the earth because you can choose that you never have to let go of this. I feel like there's such an easy way to explain all this and I'm not getting it. But I see it, this is the you and this is the protection. Now the protection has gone. I think it's the why that I'm not getting, and I think that it's not, I feel like maybe you don't care about that. That's why it's not coming through. You just care about like whether the obstacle is there or not kind of thing, or like you just care about like the facts, not really like why of the facts. Okay, bye bye. Candle. Oh, I didn't use that. I didn't use the wand candle for pile 2. I feel like it might just be a pile 1 thing. Okay, pile 3. Ooh. Okay, hello pile number 3. You have a bit of like an interesting energy, I want to say. And as soon as I connected to your pile, I was drawn to the crystals I have on my desk weird thing, and I feel like I want to surround myself with crystals. I shall now proceed to light your candle. We'll see if there are any messages that come from it, like there were for pile 1 and 2. And the fact that I'm saying that makes me feel like there's not going to be, or like the message was in the fact that I'm questioning that or I'm observing that. And this is the pile that was about the other, so it kind of fits that you feel like you're on fire, or like your mind is racing, or there's like that unusual feeling that I got, which might just be that I'm reading like multiple energies here, like I'm reading you but also the energy you're connected to, kind of thing, or that I'm just it kind of feels like I'm reading a reader, so it's like I'm doing a reading on someone who's doing a reading. La 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 la. You have a really active mind, don't you? That was the most satisfying candle lighting of the 3 piles, and I felt in awe. Like I was seeing all the details, like time was slowed, and that I was just really taking in everything. So that could be the energy you're in. It could be just you, like what you're always in, or it also could be a guidance peace message for you, that you could be in a time of life where there are amazing details to be had, and slowing down could really allow you to have gratitude and experience. It's more like slowing down enables you to tap into like a really a part of yourself that you really value, and this feels very like soul self, like I heard the word intrinsic self. There's an energy that you really love about the details. So I wonder if you have like Gemini placements in your chart, or Virgo, just because of that like mental energy too. I feel a bit more like a friend with you. Like we could, again, it's this feeling of like I'm reading for a reader, so it's like I feel like I could do my reading with you, like you're reading also. Okay, let's see if there are any cards. Badger. Bring your life into balance. Archangels Mary and Sandalphon. I don't usually take note of the archangels on this card, or these cards, but I kind of am for this card, so that could be significant for you. It could be archangels in general, or archangels Mary and Sandalphon. And I noted that it came out just as I was about to, or was doing like toning or stuff with sound with my body, and I was noting in my head that was significant in a weird way. So sound could be really important for you in some way. It might just have a space in your heart, but it kind of feels like that energy of like communication, or like not communication but the mind, like that energy that I'm trying to get to, that you love, that is of observing, or like, yeah, observing the details. It has to do with sound. It might not be like blatantly to do with sound, blatantly obvious, like directly to do with sound. It is if you see it more in like a higher truth way, but maybe from a lower truth it doesn't seem like that. Okay, you also got kangaroo, be a force for good. I feel like kangaroo and badger, I was gonna say they feel like the same, and then I was thinking I feel like there might be like a Japanese tale, like story. Now I'm seeing like tail as in like the tail of an animal. There might be a Japanese story to do with like a friends, like a kangaroo and badger friend, but I feel like I'm making that up. Maybe you want to make that up? Maybe you're a storyteller, going with that mental energy again. Mental. That time I heard it like I'm calling you like mental as like an adjective, but not like mind, but just like you're crazy kind of thing. I feel like there could be the crazy part of yourself that you love, or maybe to others, the part of yourself that you love is crazy. Or maybe tapping into that part feels like you're going a bit crazy. It could definitely have to do with like the stars, since I already since I already mentioned astrology, and I'm being really drawn to the star, and it feels like I'm talking to people who are, or to beings who are There's a really different energy for you, because I just saw, first it was a bit of prey, which felt like strong confirmation of what I was thinking internally. Then was like, oh yeah, remember that you can be doing reading for not just humans, and that could definitely have to do with the energy of like, oh, you're really different. So even if you are human, you might feel really connected to not feeling like you're a human, or just resonating like you feel like a full human now, but you're very connected to all the other past and future and present and other lifetimes or experiences, expressions as other creatures, other forms of being, expression. And then after the bird of prey, see, my mind, I feel like with you, I want to like say every single detail of what I'm experiencing, and there's a lot. So you may feel like in life others have to like catch up with you, or people can't catch up with you, but I feel like you don't really mind that, or you actually like that. There's like a special giggliness about that, about how your mind can race. You may feel like you may also really resonate with having with the idea of parallel lives, in that we could go into different things on that, but I'll just say it's like you feel like you're experiencing more than just what most people experience as themselves all at once. But going back to that thing before, that seagull, I saw a seagull, and that seagull, see, I just want to laugh with you. The seagull, so it's your brain. I feel like you have a really funny brain. I feel like you make your guides laugh too. I just saw that. Or like other beings. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to resonate with the term guides, just you make others laugh. Whether you see that or not. You may catch glimpses of it, because I just saw like a fly kind of fly behind. You may catch glimpses of it, but oh, there's so much more than you see. And there's almost, almost? I was trying to say always. So it could be that you're almost seeing like a lot more of it. You're like at the brink of expanding your awareness of your mind, I'm gonna say. Because look at that kangaroo, with the light like coming out of the mind, and it's like staring right down. I heard right down the hatchet. I feel like that's the wrong... That doesn't make sense, does it? Then I just got drawn to the sun on my hoodie. I still haven't finished the thing about the seagull. It was just that the seagull looked like one I've never seen before. That's what it was. And I felt like that was you. And I feel like you have that for a lot of others that you're, I want to say, currently around. That could have to do with those other energies, whether that be another collective, or the something else. It could be singular in your mind, or it could be multiple, or maybe it's multiple to others, but for you it's singular. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that other energy could be viewing you as very unique, very quirky, different. I don't want to say intellectual. I want to say like bright-minded, or light-minded. It could go both ways, because I'm seeing the black and white now too. So some people could see you as I'm seeing it like badgers. Oh, but badgers have something about their brains, I feel like, or like their skulls. Don't they have like the strongest skulls of an animal? is that true? Anyway, what was coming to mind was like, some people see you as like light-minded and some people see you as thick-headed. Like, you could be seen as really dumb or really clever. There's a massive sun behind that. It's not really behind their head though, it's behind what they're channeling. You may resonate with drawing down information that has a very big impact. The way I'm seeing it is like the sun is the huge thing, and it kind of seeing like everyone's dancing under the sun, or the sun is what's having this huge impact, but it's like you're what's drawing attention to that, or or it's like you're off in your own world, but you were connected to that all along. It's kind of like so to start with, I was seeing it more like you're directly channeling this huge energy, but now I'm more seeing it like you're just kind of off in your own world, very connected to that big energy. It's like, okay, that's what I'm seeing. It's like there's loads of beings who are in awe of this huge energy, and you may want to substitute huge for a different, more apt word for you. So they're seeing this huge energy and they're in awe of it, but you're seeing this huge energy and it's like you're a part of it, or you're I can't express the face that this kangaroo is making. It feels like you're so goofy. It's like you're it's like you're pretending to not be connected. So you're like huge, yeah, it's like if there was like a huge, like, I don't know, sun that comes down and like it's the most apparent thing and everyone's looking at it and it's crazy, and you're just there like, what do you mean? You're like pretending that it's not there, or that it's not a big deal, because to you it isn't really a big deal. It's like, you know, it is, but it's also always been there for you, or it hasn't always been there for you, but you just think it's funny to not pay attention to it or pretend that it's, you just have a very humorous approach. And I guess I could say about how others are viewing that, because I'm seeing the kangaroos in the background, like one of them's like propped up looking at you like, what are you doing? And there's another one just kind of like jumping right by, and there's another one who's looking like curious. So it kind of felt like that was me saying like there's some are like entranced by this perspective of yours, some of them don't even see it, and or see it but do not care, and also maybe don't get it. And then, oh no, this is more like the kangaroo on the side, which is like more observant, like, I don't get it, like what are you seeing, or like, what is this? So some are curious, some don't care, and some do care. It's like a middle no yes. I'll show you that. You just feel so aligned with your essence. And it feels like in your energy I can be more myself, so it feels less like I'm needing to channel a message kind of thing, quote unquote needing. It's like when I do readings, I like bringing myself into absorbing that which I'm channeling, and then kind of reading on my own empathy. And so with like the first two piles, it felt more like I was being put in a box of what they were. But for you, it feels like there's so little of a box. So it feels more like I can express your reading with like my aura still all being here. Now I'm seeing it like, I was about to say you feel very open to what whatever others want to be. Very accepting and allowing of all that is to just is. And then I was seeing this as like he's putting his arm on, like around the other guy's shoulder. I feel like you might, I'm not really getting that there's a more specific message, but now what I want to say first is like, you may have the perspective like that everyone and everything is your best friend. Or perhaps more recently you've come into a space of loving all of that acceptance that you have. Perhaps in the past it felt like more of a burden, or like it was taken advantage of, or it didn't fit somehow. But now it's more like all that non-fittingness is just more to the fun, or that what doesn't fit? Everything fits. If it doesn't fit, then I haven't seen it right. That feels like your mind saying that. Now I'm scraping a little bit of wax off the card. So yeah, there could have been a little bit of distortion from how you, or in how you viewed your own innocence, or your own openness, your own perspective, your own way of being. Maybe the fact that you do love so much felt like it didn't fit in where you are, but now you're seeing it more like you found a way to make it fit. Or when it's like, maybe when others didn't respond to you in the same way, you felt like then you had to close off that feeling like they are your best friend. So if they're saying, you're saying like, hey, you're my best friend, and then this octopus is saying back like, hey, no, you're not my best friend, then you felt like, oh, so we're not best friends. But then now you're in the space of like, no, we are best friends. Even if this octopus doesn't want that or has a different perspective, you are allowing yourself to still have that sense of love and camaraderie, friendliness. I love badges. Look at them. I'm being really drawn to this part. See, with you I want to be like, so what do you think about that? On the kangaroo, I didn't say the archangels are Rockquiel. Oh, maybe this is why I didn't say. It's not, but it should have been. Gersissa and Sandalphon. You know, pronunciation is all just a matter of perspective. There's no one right way. It was always there. I can't get off the feeling of how I'm really, really loving badgers in this moment. Maybe you want to look into badgers more. Oh, badgering. That could be something. Maybe, because that goes back to that energy of like, you love the world, but the world doesn't love you kind of feeling. And you felt like you continuing to love the world could be badgering. Or if this is about collectives or the other, you could have felt like you're just badgering them. But it's shifting your perspective back onto that. No, I know that what I'm experiencing is love, not maybe whatever distorted view you had of that fear of being something else, whether that was just you feeling what the other was experiencing your action or your energy towards them as, and you were taking that to be your truth, and now you're realizing, or your guidance may be to continue to remind yourself, or that you have been reminding yourself, or that you have remembered that that's just theirs, and that doesn't have to be how you see yourself and the truth that you experience. In simpler terms, it could be embrace that badgering nature of yours. You may have felt like you're too much, like you were a bother to love that much, and this is calling you to juice that extent of love that you feel. To love that much, if you want to love that much. Love however much you want to love. Also, if any of you have like a good perspective on this card, rhinos, but like I think this rhino card, there's something to it, but I'm not seeing it. So like, side note, if any of you have like a good idea of what that could mean for me, then let me know if you want to. And we've got cow behind there. Unconditional love. And hedgehog. Don't hedgehogs and badgers feel like the same thing? Like in one way. Be a magnet for light, love and joy. See, with you, again, I do think that some of you could be from pile 1. I can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, I was just going to say, I feel like you don't really need a reading. And pile 1 had a bit of that essence. But less so than this pile feels like super... No, it doesn't. It's just expanding my view on what readings can be. And that makes me want to reiterate what I think I said in pile 1. It could have been here. It could have been an in-between part, or pile 0. I forgot that pile 0 existed. Hello if you're from pile 0. And hello if you're not. Oh yeah, reiterating what, or like this is bringing me to again the feeling or the contemplation on like what is a reading, because I felt like I didn't want to call this a reading because that gave it a serious tone. Oh, I think it was pile 2 actually I was saying that because they had like a seriousness about them that was being called to let go of. There could be another octave of that for you, like further letting go of that seriousness. I'm being drawn back to the crystal and thing, but actually just the thing and not the crystal. It's a flower, it's a circle, it's at the back is like a place that like I can put my thumb and it feels good. I think you're being called to question what feels good to you. Perhaps your perspective of how to be yourself is often based off how others are, which goes hand in hand with why I was expressing to you about the other piles, how I usually channel. Because maybe you're being drawn to questioning how you channel, how you exist, how you exist in whatever confinement that you see that you're existing in. What is that confinement, and do you want to continue that or not? Like I'm seeing it like on planet Earth, you are in a body. Well, I am in a body. You don't have to be. And that is a certain limitation. That's not really what I was seeing. I don't know how to express what I was seeing. But yes, being contemplative of the restrictions that you may have been putting on yourself could be enlightening for you. There could be something about wings, but they're like, so it kind of looks like the infinity symbol again. Flowers. I feel like there could be really keys for you in astrology, because I'm being brought to this is a flower, and recently I found the asteroid Flora, and that's number 8, and that's just making me think of astrology in general, not necessarily what that asteroid is. Nature. I feel like nature could have answers for you at this time. Whether that be internal nature or exploring nature through a new lens. I feel like it might be controlling. Ooh. I was going to say exploring. I can't remember what I was going to say. Exploring your own nature, like viewing what you usually view as nature, and then seeing how you view yourself, and maybe involving more of yourself in that, or choosing to uninvolve yourself with that, whichever one flip of the table you resonate with. I feel like seeing yourself from a new perspective is a message coming to you. Like, for example, how do you think a leaf from the nearest tree to you views you? Or how you relate, how you are that like that leaf. Or the restrictions you may see that leaf having, and seeing how that is relevant for you too. I know, I feel like I'm just giving you like food for thought. It feels like journal prompts. Okay, I feel like that might be it for your reading. I feel ready. I feel ready to run. This is also a necklace thing. Maybe carrying around a piece of nature? Again, whatever, like, at the start of your reading I wanted to be surrounded by crystals, didn't I? I feel like seeing it, there's a message of seeing yourself as nature, not as separate from it. Okay, that's what I'll leave you with. I love you very much. You're the only one that I wanted to do Namaste for. Wonder why that is. There's something about wings. Is that wings or not? Limitless. It felt like it was a fly, but I wouldn't have done that if I actually felt like that. So I knew it was a hare, even though it fully felt like a fly. I want to know what that means for someone. Dragonfly. Hare, dragonfly. Like, I've seen that, like, the dragons have the wings and fly because they fly, or fly because of the fly on me. I don't know. Magic. I embrace my transformation. Yeah, that's what the energy I was getting from the wings was like, some of you feel limited because of what you are, or like you are defining yourself as something which is not allowing you to embrace more of the magic of the world. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. Oh, okay, come on. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. I feel like there's a really nostalgic game for someone. Yes, confirmation. There's a really nostalgic game for someone. Play it. I feel like play it. It's reminding me of, like, it's not that though. Okay. It was reminding me of my own nostalgic game, but it wasn't even It's like Crazy Crazy Taxi, maybe. But I haven't like even played that. It's just like that was a nostalgic game for my brother, and I was just kind of around for when I don't know. It's like the what do you call that? The opening, the case is nostalgic for me, even though I never played it, or like I played it when I was like 3 or something. I don't know. I don't know, something about a nostalgic game. The magic of nature is in me. Racing cars could also have something. Okay, I feel like, what is your energy? I love your energy. Black bear, guardian, gentle and wise protector. I feel like it's you that is ready to go, actually. Go, run! Okay, I'm gonna end the reading. Oh, I feel like some of you are off to have a lot of fun. Okay, I can like kind of feel... Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Okay, bye bye. I felt like... Oh, it didn't blow out. I felt like when I was gonna blow that out, that the video would automatically stop. Like, you're so... Some of you are about to like do really fun magic. Let me in! I want to play! That's the feeling I keep getting. I feel you might be in that feeling like, let me in, but you are in. You're already in. Stop limiting yourself. Stop thinking that you can't, or that there's something in the way. Okay. It's not blowing out. Maybe I wonder if you're trying to blow something out that you actually don't want to blow out? Or maybe I have to do it in the cool way. Oh. Oh no. Don't you just love it when... Oh, what shall we do? Yeah. I haven't done this for ages. Cool. This will be my today. Oh yeah, the wick. Oh, wick is a good word. I don't think you can see it. It fell out of the like socket. Yeah, it's like you think you're in a socket and that you just have to work with that. But little... I was gonna say little do you know, but actually big do you know, you do know that you can come out of that socket. Oh, this could have to do with astral projection for some of you. It's way more within you than that. It's because my view of that just then was like, oh well, like if I can't do stuff with my body, then at least I can go out in spirit and have fun. But it's like, no, you can you can do magic and have fun like right here, all of you. Or I don't know. You're less trapped than you think you are. I think that's the message. Oh, maybe we should get tarot. Yeah. Yeah. Fun. Okay. I can like kind of see the parts beneath, which feels a bit like it could be right under your nose. I wasn't even gonna say that, but yes. Speak to me. What is this? Ha! Play! Eight of Wands. Nice, nice, nice. This is a good energy. And on the back, Chariot. Felt like that sound was like charging this card, which is the Devil. Okay, I want a confirmation on that devil, because I kind of feel like it's the part of the devil that is... This could be, again, like, to do with that badger card of, like, you're seeing it like the devil... It's like you might have an obsession, and this could be, like, an obsession for play or for magic or for freedom or for... feels very magical. Getting the ground rolling. Creation. I feel like it's an obsession for creation in a very particular way. And I feel like the devil is here in two ways of saying that you're viewing it as the devil, as is typically associated, like you're tied to something that you can't get rid of, that is holding you back, but actually it's saying like, no, you're tied to something because you love it and you're tying yourself to it, and you don't have to let it go because it's awesome. It's like if you've had this thing that you've wanted to do forever, or it could be that you felt held back from it. It could be either way. Like looking at myself speaking so like seriously then, and then looking at the camera with the like stuff on my face was funny. I should have done a mustache. I only did like this, which felt like I was doing a smile, but that it's also kind of looking like a beard. Which feels like this. It's like, no, it's a smile. It's not like if I see the beard like being, oh, also like that's quite like devil like, or the, yes, we'll just say that. You're viewing it like the beard. You're viewing it like bad or evil, something that you must get rid of, but actually it's a smile, and you intended it as a smile. Something is there for your benefit, for your profit, full stop. I feel like it's your passion. It's what you want to create. So to try and confirm the devil card, I think is what these were for. We got 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and 4 of Cups. Those feel very fitting for that energy. You feel like you can't. You feel like you're locked out of it. You feel like you have to wait, or that you can only partly do it, or you just can't do it. You feel locked out, but okay, but then what? Let's get a card for that. Is it that you're not, or is it that there's more to see that will unlock that? But good luck. You are bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being loving, being a loving and colourful you. You bless the world with colour and good luck. And then at the back, oh well, Black Jaguar wants to come out. You walk, it doesn't even say that. It doesn't say the you part, but I'll say that. You walk through life with confidence and grace. You have the power. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. They want me to say that you can create your dreams. You might even want to say, I can create my dreams. That me, I can create your dreams. Both of these to me are like yes cards. Yes. To that thing that you love, that you can't unlove, that you just love it. Yes. It's not a hindrance, it's a passion. And some of you, it may have, and it's like you can take action towards it, you can go towards it. I want to know if this is something that you used to, that like it's until now that you actually have been like prohibited from going towards it, and that now is like, okay, finally I can do it. Or if it's always been a matter of just choice, like, is it about timing or is it about what's the other thing I said? Because when I do that, I typically take that as the message of, I say one of the options and then I can't think of the other option, and that's like, okay, well, it's that option. It was a matter of timing, and now the time is right. Pronghorn, to me, it's not always an energy of action, it's an energy of act when the time is right, and you will know. And I feel like now is that you know it is. Like, you can now, it's open. This is more of a celebration message, it feels like, than a, like, pushing you, like, go do it. It's more like a, you did it! Like, now it's free, now you can do it. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here, move forwards with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. I kind of want to say with that, it's like a confirmation. Your quick wit and keen senses have led you to success, bringing about that confirmation message / that, I was trying to say celebration, but I wanted to say confirmation that has been the journey you've been on. Yes. Is that it? Now am I ready to go? I want to know that this whole time I have had the candle blown out for you. You are a quirky, mysterious, odd pile indeed, aren't you? I'm gonna try and fish out the wick and prop it back in its place before it leaves, before it sets. And this time it will be renewed. Yes, it's like you kept trying to light the wick with yourself in the placeholder from before, but now you've taken yourself out of the placeholder, and now that you put you can now put yourself back in the placeholder, and now try. Now you're ready. Ah, get in, please. Maybe he can just like lean. Maybe I have to get my hands a bit dirty. Turn your video off now, or shall I keep doing this? I'll keep doing it. I can always cut this part out. I'm not gonna do that though. Why would I do that? You can just leave if you want to. Bye bye. Okay, I think maybe I'll have to wait till it's kind of gone like gloopy. Ah, it spilled. Maybe I have to get like a new, what are those called? The bottoms that the wick's set into. I'm gonna say that worked. I'm just gonna say that. Okay. Have fun on your wonderful, whatever your passion is that you can now do. That is a very beautiful feeling. I love you, and bye bye.